It's about time, bitch.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
Rowena Whey. It's Troy.
What's going on here?
Just a whole lot of celebrity.
Pause for applause. Why?
Hello.
Hello and welcome to
What's the maple tea?
Aw, we could have been totally in unison there.
One of those was totally in unison.
My name is Miss Tyffanie Morgan.
And I am Rowena Whey, also known as Rowena Whey, and Rowena Whey.
Rowena, that girl, whatever.
That girl.
Well, Rowena, whatever.
That girl. I'll just go with that girl. My name is that girl.
Oh my God, I think Rowena is making reference to this last weekend, hosting Stephanie Prince in town from Canada's Drag Race Season 2.
Yes.
Watch episodes 1, 2, and 3, and 9 and 10.
Exactly.
But I loved how she getting your name mixed up.
It's okay. I used to do shows with someone who will not be named, who used to pronounce my name Rowena Whey all the time. All the time. Oh, thank you. Tyffanie said it looked like I just had a rough and tumble in a hotel room bed.
I was like, why does your hair look like your head's been pounded into the headboard for a good 5 seconds with some sort of anonymous trucker? Very specific, I know. Very specific. Oh, he's still there. He's under the bed. Happy hair. Oh yeah, it is happy hair.
It's happy hair. Oh, it's definitely a happy head of hair when it's been pounded into a headboard.
Oh my gosh, it needs to have some C2C scans too, just to make sure. So, Rowena, anyone who's tuning in right now may notice on our live broadcast that you're not in the same room as me. You're not.
What are you talking about? Is this hotel room not where you are?
I could be in the closet. I don't know. I'll be in the. No, you go for a shower. I'll get the kitchen knife.
Oh.
It's Halloween all around. It's
Where
time
did this
for
Sharpie
Bates
come
Motel.
from? Where did this Sharpie come from?
I think that was one. Who was it who had a requirement that they needed 3 black Sharpies at all times?
Adriana,
yeah. Which, of course, they were never used. They were in the bottom of my bag at the end of the day. So
there we go.
What is she writing?
I autographed the notepad at the hotel.
I'm sorry. Was that a No Frills hotel? What the hell was that?
Best Western.
Oh.
Also known as Worst Western.
Do you at least get a fluffy, comfy bed?
I got a lot of really nice pillows. I had a very good night's sleep last night. I was also fucking exhausted, so.
From fucking, yes. Okay, gotcha.
Sure, we'll go with that. So for those of you who don't know, my day job requires me to travel. So I am currently traveling for my day job. My nighttime job also requires me to travel on occasion, and I'm in the county 3 days this week. 3.
Yeah, you're out in the county with me on
on the Saturday.
So that's not in the county on Wednesday, right? That's in Napanee.
That's in Napanee, and that's sold out.
It's sold out.
It's sold out.
Well, I better start, and that's tomorrow, and I better start, planning for that, I suppose.
You should plan to do the same 4 songs you always do.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they'll be perfect.
I will.
Perfect.
I will do that then.
I just got Octavia's song choices today, and she basically chose all songs that I would usually perform. So it's gonna be fun for me. I have to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do.
I'll try to send you some MP3s or something like that or whatever.
Thank you.
I don't know. Anyway, we'll talk about this after the program. I'm like,
Yeah. For those of you who are wondering where I am, where in the world is Rowena Whey? I should do a Carmen Sandiego look. That'd be really fun.
Do you? I know you have the red purse.
I do. I do. I am currently in Newmarket, Ontario, which is the most boring market I've ever been to, for sure. If anyone doesn't know where that is, don't worry. You don't need to go there.
What I want you to do right now, Rowena, is to log into the gay chat apps and stuff like that and find the craziest profile name ever. Don't show it on here. Like, clearly it's probably going to be very
My phone's over there.
Your phone's over there. I'm like, because I told you this story. Anyway, she can't hear me, but I logged into one of the apps when I was stranded in this northern town called Timmins,
Also, apparently
Ontario.
my Wi-Fi sucks.
Your Wi-Fi sucks. Okay. So I was just going to say, I'm like, I logged into a gay app when I was stranded one night while flights were, being rescheduled and all that kind of
Mhm.
stuff. And I logged in and I was like, oh my God, like people are like within 100 meters of me, but every profile was somehow Tim Horton related. So Tim Hortons
Oh.
is a donut coffee shop. So there was like Mr. like Boston Cream, there was Mr. Double Double, there was Mr. like
I don't see anything really interesting. There's one that's just like all what's the word? Emojis? All
it,
emojis.
are they
And let's
of
see if
the
you can translate
eggplant?
this. You ready? You
Okay,
ready?
yeah.
Left, right arrows, chicken, eyeballs, razor, peach.
What?
Anyone want to stand off in the comments? What do you think that means? I can tell you. I can translate gay.
Well, I'm thinking this means versatile.
I mean, usually I would go like the up down arrow for versatile, but yeah.
Yeah. Why would it be a left right
Yeah,
sort of
exactly, right?
situation? Um, Chicken looking for chicken. Well, so chicken looking razor. Is there an actual razor icon?
Apparently there's a razor icon. I didn't know, but there's a razor icon. It means run away.
It means run away. Run away.
I mean, it means that I am not appropriate for this person because it requires someone to have a shaved asshole, and I have not done that in not very long time. A little bit. So it essentially means looking for, sorry, it's a verse cock looking for shaved ass.
Oh.
Which essentially just means that they're a top looking to fuck a bottom. Plucked pooper. Plucked pooper. Ah! No, we are never referring to that by that again. No. You have just lost your right. You have lost your right to name things, Vera.
Oh
I'm
my
so
God,
sorry.
I would never have guessed that. I would never have guessed that at all. In a million years, I would never have guessed that. Yeah, the up down I would have expected. Yeah, you're right.
Left, right. Maybe it just means that they're a switch. Oh.
Jazz hands?
Jazz hands. Jazz hands.
All right. Well, that's very interesting. Okay, so not like me where it was like, if I saw like a, everything bagel with strawberry cream cheese profile name, I was like, no, that's just disgusting. That's just wrong. That's just wrong.
No, I don't see any fun names. They're all just like, and bottom and fuck me in the ass, why don't you?
Well, you kind of sometimes gotta get straight to the
My
request.
favorite name on Grinder is Up the Bum No Babies.
And that's on Grinder. That's not on the Tinder.
I don't remember. It was a while ago. But it still applies. It still applies.
Well, you've been listening to What's the Maple Tea with me, Tiffany Morgan, and
And your local whorehouse, Rowena Way.
yeah, she's the chicken ranch. She's the chicken farm. It's a chicken
I
ranch
am
or
I am
chicken
the
farm?
cock coop. I am the cock coop.
It's the chicken ranch. Ain't no one gonna mess with my girls. I got a
My
shotgun and I know how to
hands.
use it.
My hands, my clucking hens.
So we normally review Canada's Drag Race, but apparently we're checking out Grindr right now.
I know that we should be talking about Canada's Drag Race, but I just talked about this episode and it's just so weird.
Well, let's talk about that briefly because I do have a little. I'm like, oh, we'll just add this because we were on an award-winning radio program on
A
what was
program.
it?
Program.
Program. It was when was it? Saturday?
Friday.
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 God, it's like
Because it was the day from hell.
yeah, because you were still working. Anyway, so Friday. Squirrel Talk with Hillary Yes, who's going to be on Camp Wanakiki, the upcoming season, new
Yes.
season coming this year.
This Thursday. It airs this Thursday.
We were hanging out with Hillary and Selena Vile, like 2 weekends ago here
Yep.
in Kingston. They have their programs called Squirrel Talk Radio on the Sonar Network. And
Oh, is that what that says?
Yeah, the Sonar Network. .com/.
How do we get on that? How do we get adverts?
How do we get adverts?
Advertisements.
Well, they did add our program in their show notes, so hopefully out of the people who are watching us live right now, one of them may have heard about us through, who knows?
Oh, and our talk of Grinder is what they're listening to? Great.
No, they're probably just tuned in because Vera is adding some very colorful language in the comments.
Oh, yes, exactly. Sorry, plucked Coopers.
I miss Vera. I'm glad Vera's back. But what were we talking? Oh, and on the Sonar, on the Squirrel Talk, so Hillary called into us. She's like, "Oh, please help me! Please help me! Selena is in filming for her movie. I need someone to fill in." And we're like, "Yeah, we'll fill in." And we're like, we'll fill in and record on Friday when we are complete batshit crazy.
Oh yeah.
Setting up. We were setting up the stage.
You can say I, because I didn't do it.
Well, you helped me bring the equipment up and then left me
True.
there.
True. And left you there. Yeah, that's the key.
So at noon, and then that was at 2, and then it
did
was
leave you to go get more equipment.
Yes, you did. You had to get the spotlight and the wireless microphone.
Yeah. Which is still in my car, by the way.
Then we did the podcast at 2, but you were still on call for work. And you had to run out halfway through the program. Anyway, and then do face and then show up and do a fabulous. Anyway, so at 2 o'clock, we were here at Sweet Pea Studios tuning in for Hillary for her program. And we brought Selena. Sorry, it's not Selena.
Stephanie Prince.
We brought Stephanie Prince, and I thought that was an amazing program.
I thought it was really fun. We talked about the same episode that we're going to be talking about. But I mean, I do feel like you could listen to that and then also listen to ours and get very different takes on the episode because, I mean, I wasn't there for any of the runway discussion. So I feel like that'll be all new on this episode, even though I don't give a rat's ass about the runway. So,
well, I was swearing quite a bit more too when I was like, "Oh, wow!" I said shit.
You said shit.
I said shit.
Tiffany,
I know
your mother.
My mother. You know what's so funny though, too, because you led into that conversation of, "Oh, do you want to share when you were asked to apply for RuPaul's Drag Race?" And I'm like, "Yeah." But I forgot to, bring in the moral of that story at the end of the program.
Which was don't say no.
Yeah, exactly. When some stranger sends you an email asking you for a video, you say Yes, I will do that for you, complete stranger.
They say, yes, how much nudity is required?
How much nudity is required? Do I need to show my shaved bussy or
Do I need a verse cock for shaved peach? Do I? Do I?
who knows? Who
Who
knows?
knows? Probably not, because people are dirty that way.
But let's get into the program, Rowena. Let's get into the
Let's
program.
get into this shave program.
Let's get physical, physical. I
Poor
wanna.
Olivia
Okay.
Newton-John.
Oh, what? Or a plucked pooper.
Vera, stop trying to make pluck pooper happen. It's not going to happen. Deluded also isn't happening, apparently, and I was trying very hard to make deluded happen.
Deluded.
Deluded. It's
The
like
word?
delusional, but I said it wrong. Deluded.
I thought that deluded is a word.
No, diluted is a word. AKA how our comedy is diluted for this program.
Okay.
I don't know if
Thank
that
you.
made any sense. Probably didn't make
No,
any
no.
sense.
I'm like, I need an Oxford dictionary here. Someone online. Oh my gosh. Canada's Drag Race season 3 episode. Is it 6 already?
Episode 6, yeah.
Oh wow. So they So
Episode 6, the episode
Cosmetic
where I lost
Queens.
faith in all of this season.
Well, it's weird when it's weird. So when you sit alone and watch the program,
When you sit alone, did you feel alone? Did you feel lonely watching the program this week?
uh, yes. Wait, what?
Because we did invite you to dinner.
So yeah. I felt yeah. What? Huh?
Huh?
Are we actually going to get into my emotions about
Oh my god,
how
tell me your thoughts, your
how
feelings, your emotions.
you were like you're like suddenly you sent me a message
Mm-hmm.
at 5 o'clock or 4:30
Yeah,
on Thursday, and
yeah.
we're like, "Did you not get my messages?" And I'm like, "What are you talking about?" And you were messaging an old profile of mine that I only log into once every 2 weeks as a backup account in case everything else
Oh,
gets shut down.
it's your
And I was so PO'd with you because I was supposed to be in a pool that evening, but I was said no because we were going to do a recording with Stephanie Prince.
it's not like I didn't send you the messages. I sent them
You
to you,
sent
and
it to a profile that's barely logged
I
into. I
sent
was
them
like,
to
what the hell?
your boy profile. I
You,
sent them to the profile
but
that's
you
real.
sent it to Tiffany on Facebook. You sent it to Tiffany on Instagram. You can send me a text message. Out of all the messaging opportunities, you decide to send it to the boy profile, which is really only there to buffer all those high school people who I grew up with. Just buffer them there and keep them contained over there. I'm
See,
like, what
I
the
thought it
hell?
was I thought it was your alt account. I figured that you'd be so excited that a handsome man had messaged your alt account.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Rowena. That is total BS. That is total BS. You were just out of it and for some reason decided to. So I was like, I could have been in a fucking pool with a whole bunch of gentlemen fellows, having a little barbecue and stuff like that, but no.
So what you're saying is I saved you from monkeypox. You're welcome.
Anyway, so where we were going with this? Like liquor, yeah, ha 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 ha.
Is that what that sounds like? Yeah, ha ha ha.
Well,
Because for me, that's like ya ya ya,
it's ha ha ha,
but with J's.
but España.
Oh,
Yes. Not everyone spells ha 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 the same.
I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I learned something new today. I also learned that Tiffany Morgan does not use her alt account.
And yeah, if you see anyone spelling of a name that looks like Jesus, it's
It's
actually
Jesus.
Jesus.
Well, I knew that.
Yeah.
I knew that. Yeah. Everyone knows that. My dog knows that.
Well, no, no. Hey, sometimes white cultures and stuff like that. You gotta, yeah.
I also learned pluck popper, pooper, pluck pooper.
Plucked pooper. You also
Hmm.
learned to pluck pooper. Yes, you did. Yes, you did, Vera.
Yeah. You
Oh
know
my
what?
god.
I actually in this nothing town that I'm in right now. I say nothing town. It probably has a population 5 times that of Kingston.
Probably.
Um, so in this nothing town that I'm in right now, I was walking to dinner, and on the way I saw the words sex. And so I was like, ooh, I'm intrigued. And then it said shop. And I was like, bitch, I love it. So I went into the sex shop, and they had high heels. And so I bought myself a new pair of high heels.
Okay, you gotta show us now.
Well, they're not the most exciting. They're
Oh,
like the
they're still in the
sock
box. They're
ones.
still in
They're
the
still in
box.
the box. They're the
Um.
sock ones that are like stretchy and they go up, but they're made by
Oh.
pleasers, which means that they're good quality.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah.
We're gonna see that this weekend, maybe. Or... Well,
Maybe
anyway,
one
think
day.
about it. Think about it. Think about it.
One day.
If they don't fit and they fit me,
Oh, they
yeah,
fit. I tried them on.
oh damn. Uh,
And they're high heels. You're not going to wear them.
I'm not gonna wear them. No, I'm not. Who am I kidding? I'm not wearing them. So yeah, cosmetics. Let's just
Oh, yeah, this week's
skip.
episode.
Yeah, let's just skip the mundane beginning part, shall
You
we?
mean the mini challenge?
The mini challenge. Because I don't think the person who won the mini challenge really won the mini
I think that
challenge.
Vivian Vanderpuss won the mini challenge.
Yes, okay, so that's what I wanted to get into. So when we sorry, Vera, I have to read what Vera said. Sweeties, I'm 66 fucking years old. I've seen it all. I was gay when it was still on the books as a mental illness. This ain't my first plucked pooper rodeo. This ain't my first plucked pooper rodeo. I think she's channeling some sort
See,
of
we
famous
don't call it a
movie.
plucked pooper anymore. We call it a non-fuzzy peach.
A busty boosie?
A busty boosy. Ooh, a busty bussy. I like it. It's new term for badonkadonk is a busty bussy.
So when us gays get together and start talking about Canada's Drag Race season 3,
Mm-hmm.
there seems to be some ongoing themes that everyone kind of agrees with. One of them being this feels so manufactured. I don't know who's going to be.
It's so manufactured.
It feels so manufactured.
I like fuzzless peach.
Fuzzless Peach.
I like it.
Fuzz was your stripper name. Mm. My stripper name was No Bottom Betty. She could take it all. Oh no, sorry, it was Bottomless Betty. Anyway, there's these ongoing themes that we got together. It's kind of like a love-hate relationship.
Mm-hmm.
You felt that way for this episode, and it's kind of like the entire season right now. It's kind of like a love-hate.
The entire season, we were discussing with Hilary Yas outside of her program and Selena Vile about how the producers of this season and last season don't understand comedy.
Even though the executive producer is a comedian.
Yeah, they don't understand comedy. They don't know how to portray it on TV. They don't know how to allow comedy queens to portray themselves on TV. They don't, and the judges especially don't know how to react to comedy.
Oh, they don't know comedy.
They just don't. They just don't know comedy.
There's
And
no comedians on the panel.
yeah, and it's really unfortunate because there are some really funny people on this season, like naturally funny people. Maybe not comedians, not in the way that like a stand-up comedian is a comedian, but
Yeah.
naturally funny people who just weren't given a chance to shine and went home early. And that happened again this episode.
Oh, well, the one who left today didn't seem to be a comedian, but okay.
I didn't say
Okay.
that they were comedians. I said they're naturally funny. There's a difference.
Oh, naturally funny.
Yeah.
Well, definitely naturally entertaining for sure,
Yes.
and more than one dimensional for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Actually, okay. Anyway, where am I going with that? Anyway, so the main challenge this week. We're just gonna jump straight to the main challenge.
The main challenge. The queens had to make a makeup palette and brand it after themselves, and then create a commercial in which they presented said palette. And apparently, this was indeed a branding challenge and not a comedy challenge because apparently being funny was bad.
Yeah, it seemed to. They seem to be more. So, Rowena, because you've watched more programs of RuPaul's Drag Race than I have,
Programs.
programs, more seasons. You're more seasoned that
I
way than I
am more
am.
seasoned. I definitely
Uh,
taste more like salt.
yeah, on the spit. Uh, so whenever they do these little like drink challenges and stuff, it's meant for the comedy, isn't it?
It's
Mostly,
always the comedy. I
it's
mean, you're
always the
supposed to
comedy.
brand. It's supposed to be about you, but also supposed to be funny.
Yeah.
So I do understand why the person who was in the bottom was in the bottom because the branding was a little off at times. But I don't, I really didn't think that the person who won should have won.
Well, because there was no it was just all brand. So
It was all
this,
brand
maybe this is just that. Maybe maybe I'm not liking it because it's not following the regular process of what we would expect for a
because
branding
Canada's Drag
program.
Race is one of the worst of all of the seasons.
Well, trying to be different, maybe just trying to be different.
I don't. Last
It
season,
also it also felt like because Canada's Drag Race. Sorry, I'm gonna cut you off there. Because Canada's Drag Race is what like sponsored by Shoppers Drug Mart, I, and like a Neutrogena white wipes and all that kind of stuff. I kind of feel like they're like, oh well, we need to choose whoever the winner is. That's gonna be great for Shoppers Drug Mart
but
commercials.
Anastasia Beverly Hills is a sponsor of RuPaul's Drag Race.
But they don't need. Do they even have TV advertising and stuff like that? That's different, right? Because Canada is different than
Mm,
U.S. It's a different
really?
market. We are a nation like Shoppers Drug Mart. Those are nationwide kind of.
We went to Shoppers and we got some toilet paper and then we returned to the Lions Hall.
Yeah. Hey, and I've talked about this before because that's how I was raised as a drag queen back in the back of the day. You buy what you can get at the local.
Hmm.
I always called it the pharmacy, but it's basically a
The
Shoppers Drug Mart
Shoppers.
today. Like if you can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart here, you can get it at Shoppers Drug Mart in BC. You
If
get it
you
at
can get
Shoppers
it
Drug Mart in
here, you can
Halifax.
get it anywhere.
Just use that makeup because then you're like, oh, you're never going to be out, sort of thing.
Yeah.
But anyway, so yeah, it's a bit of a love hate relationship. I wish there was a comedian on the panel. Although I will say, sorry, I'm totally off topic. I'm kind of talking about at the end of the program here, but have you been noticing though that the guest judges, like in the last guest judge for sure, um, like was so on point because they were a makeup artist
Hmm.
and well known kind of makeup artist sort of thing, and they were talking about makeup, and shoots and stuff like that. And then this week, um, there looks to be like an even more awesome guest judge who it will be who is a musician, Polaris winner, Polaris uh, kind of winner and stuff like that. And it's just like wow, it seems really really awesome. What? Oh, did you put in a question in here?
Dan, I'm asking our audience who would you want to be a permanent comedian judge on the panel?
Yeah, yeah. If it's renewed for season 4.
Well, let's hope it's renewed for season 4 because how can I get on it if it's not renewed? You know what? I probably
Um,
shit talk this show so much, I probably will never get on it.
you'll never get on it. You're not. So let just you whisper it into my ear. You put it in the private. I will talk about it. Okay.
Perfect.
But the main challenge was the palettes. They had to design their own color palettes, 6 colors, and then come up with a commercial. They even had to write it down in their story, like a storyboard. They were given little booklets that
Hmm.
here's your storyboard. Then they had to do a photo of their makeup, and and then there was the runway. So it seemed very confusing at the end of the day if runways were even taken into account. Like
Choke me. I'm gonna name my palette Choke Me Daddy.
choke.
And it's just gonna be black, blue, purple, green, yellow, and it's just bruises. Colors of bruises. No?
Oh
That'd be
my
a good palette.
god.
I'd buy that palette. Be a good colors.
Oh, I like Caesar, and I also got drag makeup from Shoppers Drug Mart.
When I first started doing drag, I bought like Revlon or L'Oreal like foundation sticks, and I use
Mm.
those. But I find that they don't blend very much. They don't blend very well, so or at least not with beauty blenders. So I eventually transferred to better makeup,
Um, well, and I stick to my usual.
just a little eyeliner.
Yes, I'm just so natural, naturally
Hmm.
beautiful, beautiful.
Beautiful, beautiful.
So, anyone, where am I going with this?
I don't know. I'm
Um,
with this.
yeah. Should we go through all the artists then? Let's just go through all the artists, I
Let's do it.
suppose.
Let's do it.
So, oh, look at this. I got some sort of order here on the website. So, Bombay with butter chicken.
Butter chicken, which I thought was very funny, but did not seem to be a good branding opportunity for her. It was just more like self deprecating humor. Self deprecating, slightly racist humor.
Well, I thought I was hat off to her for just not holding back. I
Not
love
holding
that
back.
about. I love
Not holding
Bombay.
back.
Like I started watching her in the pandemic and the lockdowns and stuff. And but yeah,
You
this
installed a
one
video in her house? That's not right, Tiffany.
that's not right. No. Uh, her palette, yeah, like none of it looked and none of it looked like butter chicken. Like there was no orange color in the palette. I
Hmm.
was like, why is it called butter chicken if I can't see the
It's
color
because she'd
butter?
already picked her colors and then she decided to change the name and change the
She did.
everything.
She did.
Yeah.
She did kind of get into her head.
Hmm.
Like I think she should have just kept going with what she had
She
done
should have.
before. But
She
yeah.
should have.
What did you think of her
Desperation.
commercial?
I thought it was. I already said what I thought.
Okay. What do you think of the photo though?
So I wasn't a big fan of her makeup.
No.
So I wasn't a big fan of the photo.
No, neither was I. Like the critiques that the judges gave were very accurate.
Hmm.
Very
Really,
accurate.
she tried to do her crease, like she tried to do the major part of her eyes with like blue glitter, and it didn't blend very well. It just looked like glitter, and I was not a fan. Sorry, bum, not a fan. Did
Kind of
not
real.
blow me away.
Yeah, it's maybe not so contemporary to do that, but yeah, yeah.
Who's next on
Um,
your list?
who is next on my list?
Your hit list?
Oh, was that French by Giselle Lullaby?
Giselle Lullaby. I loved her commercial. I thought that it was really funny. I liked all the tongue in cheek, I mean, not even tongue in cheek humor, blatant French swearing made into humor. And I also thought that her palette was good, and I thought that she looked beautiful.
Oh my God, like that photo. Like
Hmm.
when the judges were like, "No, this is
Just like
timeless photo. This is a timeless photo," and it's like, yeah. Beautiful,
staring down
stunning
the camera.
makeup, stunning makeup. I will say though, because I do remember you talking that you were concerned that someone had a little bit of a filter on their commercial, and I did notice a little bit of a filter with Giselle, a little
Did you? I
softening.
didn't
There was a
see
little softening.
Giselle's.
It wasn't full on like Vaseline, but it was
Hmm.
definitely a softening. I think they took some liberties with whether to soften or to sharpen, in some of these videos.
I mean, they're trying to make the queens look as good as they possibly can, right?
Well,
Right?
Giselle was
Right?
stunning. Was Giselle
Yeah.
was just stunning anyway. Yeah.
Just stunning.
I'm not too sure about her commercial. I was like, oh well, that's
No?
cute. French swear words. That's cute. To me, it was like she was just trying to be safe, kind of thing.
I mean, maybe it's what happens when you don't really have a brand. Because they're always saying, like, oh, drag queens, you have to have a brand. And I don't think that all of these queens do.
Like for you, it'd just be all the colors of the Queen of Wheat beer, right?
I mean, I,
I know
I
you
mean, Queen
just
of Wheat,
told us, but
yeah, I just told you what it would be. No, if I were to actually do this challenge, I would probably call it something like On the Prowl. And it would be a mixture of like light and dark brown, purple, blue, black, and then like shimmery gold or white, depending on what color selections I have available, because who knows? Um, that way I can do a nice blended smoky eye in two different colors. So I can either do blue for when I'm going to be a slut or
oh,
purple for when I'm going to be a whore and get paid for what I'm doing.
it's funny you associate blue with slut.
Um, Blue eyeshadow definitely is slut.
Okay.
Confirm or deny, audience. But yes.
It does remind me of 1970s chalets, ski chalets.
Oh yeah, the definitely sluts. Sleeping around with their daddies? Yup, sluts.
Ooh. Um,
And plus,
um,
blue and purple. See? Confirm. Blue and purple are the only two colors I really do my eyes in. I will occasionally do red, but that's when I want to be a natural woman.
oh, I gotta do blue eye makeup tomorrow.
Are you going to do purple or blue tomorrow, Tiffany? Are you
I
going to be
think
a
I'm
slut
doing blue
or a whore?
tomorrow. I need the challenge, channel the sluttiness,
Do it.
slutness, my inner slut.
Yeah.
Okay, so that was Giselle. Oh my god, Snot Rocket, Snot
Okay.
Rocket.
What did you think of this commercial? Because I loved it, but no one else seemed to.
I've I thought it was ridiculous. I thought it was ridiculous. Um, although, honestly, I don't remember the commercial that much. I just remember the hair. The hair reminded me so much of my drag daughter because she used to have hair like
Aphrodisiac
that.
Quinzel.
Yeah, yeah, Aphrodite.
Wait, no, what's her
No,
name?
wait, we got names mixed up. We got names. Venus.
Aphrodisiac is Mercury. That was
No,
Mercury's old
yeah,
one.
that was
Who is
Mercury.
someone? Oh crap! I know her name.
Venus Validi Venus.
Delight.
Morgan. No, what? Oh shit! Have I
No,
forgot my drag daughter's
Derogue.
names?
Venus Derogue Morgan.
Venus de Rogue Morgan. Oh yeah, she
I've
decided to
never
get the rogue in
understood.
there.
I've never understood that.
Because she was rogue. She was rogue.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
but I did agree with the judges though because like her lashes and everything just covered all her color.
They did, but I thought that they insulted her palette and her commercials, saying that it didn't make sense. That it didn't make Snot Rocket sense, and I thought it made perfect sense. It made perfect sense, and it was funny, and it was amusing, and it was very much her campy style. And I just, again, the judges don't like funny in this challenge. They really rejected anything with humor. They rejected Bomb. They rejected Irma. They rejected Giselle. The three people who did funny commercials.
So when, yeah, I think we you definitely have a point. Like I keep saying, there needs to be a comedian on the panel, but maybe that's not the issue. Maybe the issue is two of them don't know how to do funny at all. Tracy Melchor and Brad.
Hmm.
Like, and and to a
I
lesser
mean, they
extent,
got Vivian Vanderpuss's commercial because it was just Crazy Cat Lady over and over and over again. And everyone knows who a Crazy Cat Lady
but that's
is.
a thematic sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna always laugh at Crazy Cat Lady, or fake laugh at Crazy Cat Lady, right? Like
Or as
because
I
what?
like to call it, psychotic pussy ladies.
Yeah, yeah, pussy pop and
Yeah,
or pluck
psychotic
pussy,
pussy pops.
and who pluck their pussies. But no, it's because even during the show there, the Snatch Game, like they didn't couldn't even come up with funny questions.
No.
Like,
Or answers. Or answers.
well, no, sorry, that was yeah, they didn't. They had the question, they had to come up with a funny answer, and it was like, no, it just anger
Yeah.
management
They
class.
are
What?
incapable of comedy.
They are Stepfords. They are Stepfords.
Oh my
Anyway,
god, they are Stepfords.
moving
Oh,
on.
yeah. Yeah. Moving
Moving.
on to Jada Shada Hudson. So
Turn up.
this was a makeup challenge. Jada's eye makeup is never blended.
Uh, but she. That's funny because I just finished watching again, and the judges were like, "Oh, her makeup change is evolving, episode after episode after episode,"
Is it?
and
Because
I'm
it's
like,
really not.
and I'm like, for her makeup to be evolving episode after episode, I'm like, it's harder for an older queen. How old is she anyway? She's still
A quick Google search will tell us.
okay. Well,
Jada,
let's find out that
Shada Hudson, age.
because it does get a little harder for you to be flexible and change things up. So if she's changing makeup episode after episode after episode, like that is
Okay,
really
but
good on
there's you're
her. That
saying
is
that,
really good on her.
but when you go on the show, when you're planning your looks, you also do face maps and you practice your makeup to go with each look. So really her makeup's not evolving. She's just showcasing a different makeup. And it's not even a different makeup. She's doing the same thing.
Okay, but
I don't know.
apparently you
That's
said
just me.
she's
It's
not
just
blending. You
me.
said, oh,
She's not blending. So Wikipedia has failed me. It has not told me her age.
I keep wanting to think that she's my age, but I think she's like probably 10 years younger than me. She's like the oldest one on that current cast, but the
Oh, she
average
is
age of that cast.
37.
Oh, she's close to my age, yeah.
She's in between our ages. Exactly.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Add our ages together and divide by 2, and you will get Jada Shada Hudson.
Da da da.
Who else have we not talked about? Fierce
Kimmy.
Delicious and
Oh,
Kimmy Couture. So Kimmy's commercial was fine, definitely deserving of safe.
yeah. It was
And that
very.
was about it.
I think she was trying to go for a safe. Yeah.
She looked pretty.
She looked pretty. Yeah. Her. Well, we're not going to jump into the evening gown, but
No.
that whole story was very like eye opening though
Hmm.
about that. Miss Fierce Delicious.
Now, this is where the Vaseline filter from season 1 of RuPaul's Drag Race came back and with full force because what the hell was that? Why?
I watched it again, and it didn't seem more or less than anyone else in my mind.
Really? I watched it twice and it was definitely worse than
Okay.
everyone else's.
And when
Even
we're
on
saying
her
Vaseline,
photo.
when we
Even
say
her
Vaseline,
photo.
when we say Vaseline, we mean like they're
Yeah.
just like very smudged and blended. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah. Like when you get the lube on the camera. What? I don't know what you're trying to do there with the lighting and stuff, but just stop it right now. All right.
And
So Fierce
yes,
Delicious. Yeah, and she now this like
be fierce with Fierce Delicious.
she was so like if she was doing like if she was a PR person or something, this was fucking amazing
It
because
was really good.
she put thought in her palette. It's 6
Hmm.
colors. She's like, well, you know
Two
what?
looks.
2 looks, and day and an evening look. Because all of our eyes are 2, 3 shades, right? They're all 2, 3 colors. Um,
Sometimes, but yes.
well, I think in most makeup schools and stuff like that, that's kind of
Hmm.
how it is, for a natural look, not a drag queen look. But yeah, I was like, that is so smart.
It was very smart. It was a good decision. And if only she had been funnier, I would have liked it more.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the comedy in these challenges. I think it's really nice to be tongue in cheek funny when doing something in branding because when I watch a commercial, the ones that I remember are the ones that make me laugh or the ones with catchy jingles.
Oh my god,
Mycard.ca.
yeah. um, Yeah, but I thought it was well done, and clearly the judges were also looking at their storyboards. Like they actually were given like a little storyboard booklet, and they had to fill it in, and they looked
Well,
pretty
that's
good.
not fair because that's not the final product. You should be
But
graded on your work. You should like your sketch work. You should be graded on what you produce.
sorry,
It's like when you
I'm
write an
pausing here
essay.
because I'm like, no, you want to know how they got there too for a job interview. Like in my mind, I'm like, that's quite a few jobs I've done. You give your presentation, but then you also give like how you got there, sort of thing, so that they can see that process to make sure that you're going through all the steps,
But like my
right?
brain works in really weird ways. I have never been one who's been able to follow a linear path from start to finish. I am constantly going on little tangents and
Yeah.
ideas here, idea there, idea there, idea there, and maybe I scrap them, but I don't think that that's wrong. I don't think it's wrong to have things in your storyboard that you don't use. And they commented that Giselle had too much that she didn't use. They commented that Bombay had too much that she didn't use, and that all of her concepts didn't make sense together. But that's not what they're producing. What they're producing is a final product, and that's their final concept. I don't think that unless they're told in advance that they're grading them on their storyboards, which you would have been told if you
Well,
were
that
producing a
that would have been a
product.
final draft storyboard to so that they can then produce the video, right?
I don't know.
They would have
We
used
as the
that storyboard
audience
to
don't
produce
get
the
to see it,
video.
so I don't think they should judge them on it.
Well, that's a good point too. That is a very good point. That is a very good point. Anyway, yeah, we didn't see it, so why? Yeah,
Why are you talking about it?
yeah, yeah. You're absolutely
It'd be
right.
like, you know that thing that we didn't air? We're going to talk about that
We're
and
gonna
just not
talk about
show
that.
you,
Oh, their storyboard. Yeah.
right? It
Uh,
makes no sense.
Vivian Vanderpuss. Oh my gosh. Stephanie Prince was in love with Vivian Vanderpuss this week.
Hmm.
And she was in one of the tops, wasn't she? She was in the top
She
3
was one of the tops, yes, at the orgy
at Stephanie Prince's hotel room later that
in
night.
Stephanie Hotel, yes, which I was invited to and did not go to. Um,
You were invited, I'm pretty sure.
I was explicitly invited, yes.
I'm sorry, girl.
I don't mind being hit on. It's a good confidence boost. Yeah, I really
It's
don't
like,
mind
oh,
it.
I get to deny another orgy? Yay! All right, Rowena Way every Friday morning. She's like, well, let's go through my invites. Orgy at the hotel. Or what the fuck? What
Oh,
is
are those my invites coming in? Is that my next orgy?
yeah, it's actually Mimiosa give me a call.
Oh my goodness, she's probably asking you to do tech for her show tonight.
Oh, is she? I
It's
should
10
probably
to
answer
8.
it
Her
then.
show started 20
Hello,
minutes ago.
girl. We have a tech question. We do.
See, told you. Everyone, there's just going to be a few moments of silence while
There
Tyffanie
should
Morgan
be
talks to Mimiosa about her show
there should be a
tonight off
channel
the
that doesn't
record.
have mic attachments that should have like left, right sort of
Mimiosa
thing.
is currently performing at Stone City Brewing for her one-woman show off the record, where she performs Dua Lipa's Future Nostalgia front to back. And she'll be doing it with
Okay.
new albums next month. So if you loved her first show and you want to see her do something similar, but with a
Okay.
different artist and different album, go to her show in September when she performs something or other. And
So
if you didn't enjoy it, go to dragshow.ca to find out all the other drag shows that are happening in August and September.
they're sending me a photo.
Oh, fun. Okay.
I don't know how they're sending me the photo. They better not be calling me
Well,
live on Facebook.
so the runway for this week was paint. Paint.
Yeah, paint. Lovely.
And we got a lot of different interpretations of paint. Things like artist palettes, paint festivals, Black Power. Um, we got actual like interpretations of art pieces and works of art. And it was all very interesting. We also got someone who had produced a copyrighted look and therefore had to paint over it at the
Yeah,
last second.
that was really interesting. Yeah.
So first up on the runway was Vivian Vanderpuss, and she came out as a completely nude artist palette, essentially. Even her makeup was like completely beige colored, except for little pops of color on her hair that were made to shape like an artist palette, and her hair was actually colored. And so this was actually my favorite look of the runway. I thought it was really nice. Thoughts, Tyffanie?
Yes, it was great. So
And she had the reveal where she pulled out these little pins, and what was supposed to be paint but was like foil or like streamers streamed down her body in red, blue, and yellow, which of course are the primary colors.
primary colors.
Yeah, primary colors. You know, like elementary.
Elementary, dear Watson. Elementary.
Exactly. So this was my favorite look. I really, really liked this one. Next up on the runway was someone else. Irma Gerd, who was a paint by number, which I thought was a really cool idea as well. Because she was white on like one half of her
Oh my
body with
God,
little
that was-
numbers on it,
Yeah.
ready to be painted in. Does anyone do that as a kid? Paint by numbers?
I love that. I love
Did you
that.
stay inside the lines? Or did you think outside of the box?
I don't know.
Tyffanie Morgan is still doing troubleshooting, so I'm just going to keep talking. Next up on the runway was, I don't know who was next. So next up was Giselle Lullaby, and she came out as a Picasso made out of like cardboard and paper. And I actually think this is one of those looks that would have looked really good with like a full black background, so that you could really see the color pop. But every time she turned, it was a different face and a different geometric shape of the body. And it was very cool. And I wonder how she packed it.
I think I think with that one she could have just vacuum packed that one.
And then she just blew it back up with like air in the middle.
Well, because there was a lot of it was really just the form. It was just like a boxy sort of thing, and you just kind of plucked yourself into there. So there wasn't a whole lot. It wasn't 100% full. Like when she was sitting down, you can tell that she was, yeah. It was like a cardboard box.
It was before the orgy, not after all of the loads taken.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Vivian Vanderpuss, I thought that was lovely, especially the reveal. Sorry, I'm going back through that, and yeah. Okay, continue.
Next up was the one and only. I have no idea who was next. Oh, Bombay. Bombay came out as an Indian festival, which was very cool. It was like paint, but it reminded me of when you go on one of those paint runs where you're like running and then people are by the sidelines and they throw paint at you.
Well, that's kind of stolen from Holy.
Is it? Good to know. Good to know.
Well, I don't know. I think it might be
I mean, music
appropriately.
festivals all over the world have like paint throws and things like that.
But
Is that
but
stolen from Holy?
it hey, it's been happening in the Indian subcontinent for, hundreds of years, sort of thing. Yeah, holy. Um, but yeah, and yeah, I think it's even costs. It's just I think it's cultural too, not necessarily just a religious festival too. But yeah.
Hmm. But I actually really liked this look. I like the shape of it. It's very flowy, like out, very large and grandiose. And I liked what she did with her face, where she did the goggles.
And this is one of those moments where Bombay, I really got to tip my hat to her because it's a I have no idea how she did this look, sort of thing. I'm like, how did? Well, yes, but how did she get the pigments perfectly on her face like that? That kind of mimicked her dress and everything like that. Like, how do you do that? Do you literally just come in with the powder and be like, "Hey,
Poof,
bestie,
poof, poof,
bestie, can you throw
poof.
this in my face?"
I think she could see with the goggles on.
You think she could see with the goggles on?
Yeah.
Yes, but I'm just saying I don't know how she applied the makeup. I'm just like, it's
She
just one of
probably
the.
took big powder brushes and went through her eyeshadow and went on one section, on
You
another
think it
section,
was
and
just
then
that
blended it all
simple?
together.
Maybe. Okay. She just did it like a kind of reverse Tammy face. She put all this powder on a pillowcase and just went poof
Hmm.
onto her face. Okay, gotcha, gotcha.
Basically.
But it looked stunning. It kind of, yeah, it definitely gave you that feel of holy. Yeah.
Hmm. Next up was Jada Shade Hudson.
And oh my god, okay, let me just say I searched for an hour because that dress it gave me memories. of it
Memories
gave me
all alone in the bedroom as I'm touching myself again because no one was there. I remember the feeling of my hand when I had no lube, and I remember the bruise.
you
This is not what I wanted.
monkeypox. All right,
Do, do, do,
so
do,
apparently
do.
Rowena is slowly going bye-byes. But I thought this outfit on Jada Shada Hudson, which was just impactful in itself, just in itself was impactful. Faces coming out of kind of like a black tar river coming down her dress, um, and she was in gold, just feeling, just herself in it. It was just I remember seeing somewhere out there in the world this contemporary artist who was comparing like black slavery to the oil and tar kind of culture oil cultures, and I thought there was, you know, bodies covered in oil and stuff. I thought I'd seen something like that before, but I did over an hour of searching Rowena and I couldn't find it anywhere.
That's not a full um, metadata review, Tiffany. You need to do more. You need to do a thorough literature review in order to determine whether or not you have all of the facts correct. That's how
Well,
research works.
I don't know if I got my research correct, Rowena. I don't know. Audit me. Just spank me, Rowena.
I mean, I do have to spank a couple hands every once in a while when I'm working, so
Oh my.
I know. I know. Did I
Um,
mention that my night job is not drag? My night job is dominatrix in drag.
it's 8 o'clock.
What do you mean it's 8 o'clock?
It's
Oh,
oh my god. How did that happen so
we were
quickly?
having so much fun not talking about the episode. Okay, so
Yeah, let's just get
the
straight to
bottom
it.
two were Bombay and Ermagerd. Do you agree?
No.
No.
Um. Yes.
Yes.
Ugh. Yes.
I
Yes. I think
agree
so.
based on what the judges said
I
that those are
only.
the two that should have ended up in the bottom.
I.
However, I
Yeah.
don't agree.
I only agree because of the photo.
Mm.
because of the photo of the two of them. That's the only reason why I would put them into the bottom. When it comes to everything else, it was like Kimmy. I hate to say it, but she was definitely in the bottom three.
She was
Um,
safe.
she was safe. Well, she was in the bottom three, but she was safe. Oh, I love you too, Vera. I
Bye,
love you.
fuzzless.
Pluck
Bye,
your
fuzzless bottom.
pooper. Pluck your poppers. Pluck your pooper and use your poppers.
Pluck your pooper, use your poppers. Don't prolapse your pooper.
Oh! What about you? Who do you think should have been in the bottom then?
It's difficult because I don't think that anyone did really badly. I do think that Bombay should have been in the bottom this episode. I actually agree with that. I don't think that Irma should have been. I thought Irma did a great job. I actually would have put Jada in the bottom over Irma. Um, and Kimmy, I mean, it was just fine. It was fine. I would have put her in the bottom as well.
Yeah, it's really hard. I think what they're doing is a really good thing and confusing us all as to who
Hmm.
should be going and who should be staying. I
I
think
mean,
if the
I have no idea what is the thinking anymore. I know that they want Jada Shada Hudson to make it to the end. That's what I've noticed. They
you,
really do.
you and I both can you can see that they want Jada Shada in the top. They also
Hmm.
want Fierce Delicious in the top
Yeah.
four. I don't know about winning, but they want her in the top four. What I was hoping was Bombay was going to be in the top four.
I thought Bombay was going to make it pretty far, but they just don't. They don't
She
seem to.
she didn't lip sync for her life. This was not her day. It was a
No.
downward spiral. When Kimmy last week was like, that was Bombay this week.
Hmm. I've had a really hard time with some of these eliminations because, I mean, I agreed with the first two. I agreed with Halal. No, I didn't. I disagreed with Halal. I agreed with Shelazon. I agreed with Chaos at the time. But Lady Boom Boom should not have gone home.
Mm.
Bombay maybe shouldn't have been in the bottom, but you never know. Like, things happen, right? Shit happens. But I just, Halal Bay should not have gone home first. And I don't even remember who went home before.
Misu.
Oh, Miss Mosu. So apparently Miss Mosu didn't want to be there anymore.
Oh, did you hear that story?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, because we felt that though too, right?
Hmm.
Didn't we feel that? Like I
Yeah.
asked you that question. I'm like, I don't think she wanted to be there anymore. After one episode, she's like, "This is not for me. Get me
Yeah.
out."
Yeah. But so in the end, Bombay lost the lip sync. And I mean, I'm glad Irma's still there, but I'm worried because I have a feeling Irma's going to go home in the next episode or the episode after.
I see her time is not long
Hmm.
with the rest of the season.
And what do we have? We only have 6 people left, which means we have, who do we have left? We have Irma, Jada, Fierce, Giselle, Vivian, and Kimmy.
Fierce, Jada,
And
Vivian,
I have a
Kimmy,
feeling that
Giselle.
Vivian's going to go home soon because they just don't seem to give her a win. They're not appreciating her. They're not appreciating her
No,
humor. They're not appreciating her talent.
no.
Giselle is going to do well unless all of a sudden she crashes. They're going to put Jada and Fierce in the top because they seem to love them. I don't know why, but they seem to love them.
Oh, we're
Um,
almost at the top four already.
we are. We're only 2 episodes away from the top 4.
Okay, so yeah, top four. I feel confident to say it's going to be Giselle, Vivian, Jada, and Fierce Delicious.
See, I think they're going to send Vivian home. I don't think they're liking her. Unless they give her a win soon, I think she's going home.
No, oh no. Well, she's been. No, she hasn't had one win.
Not one win. She's been overlooked twice now. She could have won the Snatch game. She could have won this challenge. She probably could have won the challenge before,
But
too.
but Irma Gerd hasn't had any wins either.
Nope, and
The
which is why
difference
Irma's
between
probably going
Vivian,
home next.
yeah, the difference between Vivian and Irma is that
Hmm.
Irma has also been low and in the bottom.
Yeah.
So yeah.
See, when I'm feeling low, I generally bottom too.
Ba-dum-bum. All right. Well, we are well over our time here, Sweet
We
Peas.
are. We are. My
The
name is
winner
Rowena
was,
Whey.
someone who apparently, if we believe the commercials, is now going to go back to her old ways.
My name is Rowena Whey.
And my name is Miss Tiffany Morgan.
And you should all buy tickets to see Lady Boom Boom live in Kingston because justice for Boom Boom.
Go to
And those tickets are available on dragshow.ca. Dragshow.ca.
Check out
CA.
Rowena Whey at
I'm Queen of
rowenaway.com.
Weed, RowenaWay.com, and Tyffanie Morgan at Tyffanie.com.
All right, Sweet
TYFF.
Peas.
Bye.
TYFFANIE.com. Yeah. Mwah, mwah. Bye-bye. Where's my back? Where's the closing song? There it is.